Here is Dan Clarke. There he goes. So the stop is completed for Dan Clarke. Speedy Dan Clarke. He's been very speedy this afternoon, and he's saved some fuel as well. Let's see where he comes out in relation to the other front runners. There go a couple of them, and he comes out ahead of Robert Doornbos. So the two Minardi Team USA cars, Dan Clarke, he's on cold tires, remember, so Robert Doornbos has to take advantage going down into turn 3 and does exactly that. And Graham Rahal is also going to try and take advantage of that fact as well. Dan Clarke slotted in there between these two cars, and now though Graham Rahal's got a big run down the hill towards turn 5 and has the preferred inside line, but look at the toe they get. Oh my goodness, as Dan Clarke dives to the inside. Great racing, James.
That was such a difficult position for Dan Clarke. He was absolutely snookered. He was stuck. He had a great draft on Robert Doornbos. As Graham Rahal looks on the inside of turn 6, very difficult place to pull off a move. Dan, he had a draft from Robert Doornbos, but Graham was right beside him. He could not do anything with it and was actually quite forceful. Pushed Rahal over to the side a little bit and kind of said, look, I'm going to go for it. And on cold tires, I must say I'm incredibly impressed that he's held off Graham and even tried to take a stab at his teammate there.
No love lost between these two contenders here, Dan Clarke and Graham Rahal. Think back to the very first race of the season. Graham Rahal making his Champ Car debut at Las Vegas, away from the start line. It was a rolling start, you remember, in Las Vegas. But Dan Clarke moved across the track, according to Graham Rahal, and pushed him into the wall as they took the green flag. But now Rahal looks down to the inside again in the corner.
He's going to go wide. I think there may have been a little bit of contact there, but it seems like both cars have gotten away with it. That was very, very close. Graham was extremely late on the brakes. That was a very bold move, but I must say he pulled it off with class. That could not have been pulled off by a lot of drivers. Very heads-up stuff from Graham Rahal. That
was a remarkable move, wasn't it, by Graham Rahal? He knew he had to seize that opportunity. Dan Clarke still working to get those tires up to temperature, up to their optimal working temperature, and he knew he had to seize the opportunity, and he's done exactly that. But looking at it in the background there, it's Oriol Serbia for Forsyth Championship Racing. He's come up from 14th on the grid, and he's now running in 5th position.